the first woman to ever be in the 50s on the LPGA Tour.
When 13 women dared to dream 75 years ago, they built what has become one of the world's premier women's sports organisations. But little did they know how the LPGA would push boundaries in the decades that followed. By the 1990s, dozens of athletes from around the world had come to the tour in search of competitive opportunity against the game's greatest superstars, inspiring a legion of up-and-coming young talent to see how far their games and the LPGA could take them.
Well, it makes me smile. You think of the LPGA and you think of what has happened the last 75 years with the founders and the previous legends, Hall of Famers, players that I saw growing up and read about. Nancy Lopez, Patty Sheehan, Pat Bradley. That was really kind of the Trailblazers after the founders. And now you sit and reflect, you're kind of part of that group and you've elevated the game with a bunch of other people, of course, but just to be part of that journey and be able to feel good about where the game is today. And it's kind of cool, of course.
Back in the 90s when I was coming onto tour, it was like you needed to be ready to come to the LPGA Tour because the LPGA Tour ate international players for lunch. When Annika just started winning and becoming the best in the world with Laura Davies and the Europeans had won the Solheim Cup, you know, there was a trend that international players can succeed. With me doing it, and then Seripak a couple of years later, you know, opened golf to a whole nation. It just started, you know, young girls in Australia wanting and knowing that they can come to the States and succeed.
How do you do?
I was in Mexico. Probably I was 14, 15 years old, practicing. And I remember asking an American teacher, Kevin Hansen, I said, Kevin, so just explain me, you know, what do I need to do? I said, well, first you go to college, first try to get a scholarship, and then you turn professional. There is, you know, a few different tours, but the most important is the LPGA. And I was like, wow, you know, I like to play there, I like to be there.
Mexico's Lorena Ochoa confirms her spot as the best player in the world.
The LPGA has given women a platform to not only reach their highest athletic potential, but also inspire the next generation of girls and women to pursue their dreams, no matter where they come from.
What a cutting display.
LPGA Tour pretty much meant everything for me for the last 20 years. And as soon as I pick up golf club to probably until I die, I think LPGA Tour means a lot to me and took a big part of my life. And without the LPGA, I wouldn't be able to pursue my dream. So thanks to the LPGA for having a great organization and running the organization very successfully. And congratulations to the LPGA Tour for becoming so successful and writing the great history and inspiring the next generation.
We always said, okay, the LPGA, yes, is my family, you know. You are there for so long in such a deep way, you know, with a huge meaning of just belonging there, feeling comfortable. You know that they are there for you, help you in any way they can. It's almost like they grab you, they take care of you. And at the same time, you know that it's our responsibility to be professionals, to help them as much as we can. We take care of each other. I think it's something very important. I just want to, take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for everything they have done for me and for the growth of the game.
75 years in, the LPGA isn't slowing down, welcoming women from all walks of life to golf through programs like LPGA USGA Girls Golf, LPGA Amateurs, and LPGA Professionals. Just like the 13 women who founded the LPGA and the global game changers who came after, every athlete on tour today is committed to ensuring the LPGA story continues and that the future of women's golf shines bright for the next 75 years to come.
And the United States wins the Solheim Cup for the first time since 2017.
That is sensational stuff.
I think it is our responsibility to inspire the next generation of golfers. Just like I got inspired by the great players in the previous years, I think now it is our generation to inspire the next generation. It means a lot to inspire somebody. I think it is a very big thing to feel that feeling. Not just Inbee kids, but there's now Lydia kids, and there's now Nelly kids, and there are so many great golfers at the moment on the LPGA Tour, and just keeps building and building. They will be inspiring the next generation as well.
Inbee Park wins for the 21st time in her Hall of Fame career.
The LPGA has given me my life.
What if? Karrie Webb, career Grand Slam.
It gave me a goal to want to come and play in the US, and then it's the reason why I have such a comfortable life. Like I've been able to live my dreams out. Growing up and until recently, there was only two sports that women could make a living at, golf and tennis. It's never been lost on me what our 13 founders started and all the women before me achieved to give me the platform. And now the platform, that we've passed on to this current generation. The LPGA is very, very important to me.
If you think about, where would I be if the LPGA wasn't there? I probably wouldn't have been able to pursue a career in golf. I don't know, but I wouldn't have had the opportunities. I mean, that's what the LPGA, the organization, is not just a playing platform, but friends and an organization you belong to, an organization that you want to take to the next step. There's a lot of things that this LPGA has provided, inspiration, motivation, and you look at these, the founders, what they did 75 years ago with the resources and what was available. That was really amazing. So I think the players today, I think we are so thankful and grateful for all of that it's okay, what can we do today with our resources to take it to the next level? Different initiatives from young girls to competitive women, but also future on, and make sure that, they continue to live their dreams.